Hello, this is Penny's Place, and this is going to be a special forecast for two of the air signs, Aquarius and Gemini. So, if you are not an Aquarius or a Gemini, you can go ahead and disregard this video. It won't make any sense to you. I'm doing this especially for these two signs because all of my broadcasts are not going to really involve them until it gets almost to the end. That is because where Saturn is right in my sign, I'm really over-focused on the disciplinary actions of Saturn and how it brings things to your attention and forces you to face your fears and change your life in ways that you have never been able to do before. And so I am looking at, I had to go back and look at when Saturn was in Aquarius last and when it was in Gemini last. So let me do Gemini first, simply because Gemini, Saturn was just in your sign not too many years ago. April 2001 to 2003, and I see something about 2004. Okay. The message at that point, Gemini, was to get you focused on personal responsibility. And since that year, there was a conglomerate of activity in 2001. Looking at my ephemeris here. But basically, it's trying to get you to be responsible, how to handle your money, to think about structure a little more than you have been. Not so much about worrying about other people's structure, other people's security, your security, how you feel, what makes you feel secure, what makes you feel grounded. This isn't very important, and you're not really getting it that without doing things a little differently, which Saturn started trying to show you that. I know you were resentful. Some of you got kind of, it's a one-on-one, you all by yourself situation. And Geminis don't necessarily really like this alone stuff, but it's necessary, and Aquarians don't like it either. But you've got to focus on you. You've got to stay focused on you. You're a communication sign in and of itself. So what you say and things that you write and how you communicate, people really pay attention to that, okay? And it's important that you get your point across. There was an event that took place right around that year, 2001, 2000, somewhere in there, that had to do with your business, and you had a business, and you it was a career, and it was important to you, and you identified yourself through this, and through this other person, okay, and this other man, and it's something about this event. And the increase in family. Something about this event has got you kind of scattered. And or you've identified yourself through it, and perhaps something happened to it or whatever, and you can't seem to find your identity now. Okay, I believe this is why when Saturn visited you and put you in a alone, one-on-one situation to try to force you to pick up the pieces by yourself and put the business together by yourself, put your ideas together by yourself, make your own business, make your own business card, to say, this is who I am, okay? Regardless of what other people say or think you are, this is who I am, Gemini, and this is something that Saturn and God and the heavens are trying to get you to do by yourself. Everybody, if you listen to my forecast, talking to other people, we all have to go through it. You went through the roughest part in 2001. And you've had quite a few years, and you are piece by piece by piece working on it. Okay? So it's going to be quite a while. I mean, you've got quite a few years, I'm not even going to count it, quite a few years ahead of you before Saturn's going to come back around and say, okay, how did you do? What have you done? What's different? Right now you're going to, I'm not ready. Well, probably not. But you've got plenty. You're in the process of it, and life circumstances are putting little steps and stones in front of you, and you will get there. Okay? You got plenty of time. This is not something you do overnight, in a couple of days, a couple of weeks, or even a couple of years. Okay, but over a period of 20 years, when Saturn swings back around, it's going to say, okay, how do you feel now? Do you still feel the same as you did back in 2001? What's starting to change? How do you feel now? You're still dependent on other people? Can you stand up by yourself? But different things in different life circumstances will keep happening, and then suddenly you're responsible for a house. Suddenly you're a mother. Suddenly you have to find more income. Somebody gives you a business opportunity, or somebody tells you how to start your own business. But you have plenty of time to work on this in little bite-sized pieces, because you just went through it in 2001, and everything hit you all at once, and you didn't know where to begin. That was just a wake-up call to say, okay, you see, this is what happens when you build your world around too many other people and not yourself. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to move on to Aquarius.